Tonight, we continue to feature Beat the Odds scholarship winners, teens who've overcome incredible obstacles on their paths to college.
We now introduce you to Stewartville student Isaiah Grafe. Isaiah was born deaf, but now has hearing thanks to surgery. As ABC 6 News anchor Laura Lee explains, Isaiah's journey became tougher after he could hear.
Prepare to meet your doom.
Family night is important in the Grafe household. Tonight, it's a game of foosball. 18-year-old Isaiah Grafe schools his dad, his mom watching. But if you ask Isaiah's parents if they could have imagined this moment 18 years ago, they'd tell you, not likely.
Oh, 2 in a row.
This is the world Isaiah was born into. A world of silence.
I don't hear anything. I don't hear the birds chirping. I don't hear my mom snuffle. I don't hear my friends snuffle. I don't hear the sound of popcorn. It's just silent.
Isaiah was diagnosed as profoundly deaf and diagnosed with auditory neuropathy and apraxia.
Well, my daughter's also deaf. She was diagnosed as profoundly deaf, and they said, well, you should get him tested too. And we said, well, there's no deafness anywhere in the family. You know, I'm sure he's not deaf. How could that be?
His parents were told by doctors that hearing aids and cochlear implants wouldn't work, meaning not only would he never be able to hear, but he most likely wouldn't be able to talk.
So much of our life is spoken language. How do I be the dad that I knew and experienced growing up to my son? How do I give them those gifts?
Well, I think we just told them that you were made this way for a reason, and you're special.
That proved to be true in more than one way, and at 3.5 years old, their son was given a chance.
So we decided to try the surgery with our daughter, because she's older, Lexi, and Mayo Clinic agreed, thank goodness. Lexi was the first child implanted with auditory neuropathy with prior knowledge that she had auditory neuropathy, and it worked.
In a cochlear implant system.
So Mayo Clinic did the first surgery and it worked, and we scheduled Isaiah the next day.
His world exploded with sound. But with his new hearing, he also began to hear what bullying sounded like.
I was treated differently, and I wasn't really a part of them.
The day that you found out that he was being bullied because he was different,
Right.
How did that make you feel as a parent, as a mom with a child who's deaf, to know that your child is being bullied because he's different?
Right. Oh, this is going to be hard. I think for any parent, you want to protect your children. And to hear that they're not being treated fairly is very difficult.
Isaiah became a target for one student. The bully would make fun of how he talked and what he couldn't hear behind his back.
I mean, I got bullied because I was trying to help another kid from being bullied.
Isaiah eventually gained the courage to talk back, but ended up in the hospital.
Well, I think you have that terror that is he okay? And you want them to not have to deal with people that are ignorant and cruel.
The bully beat him so bad his cochlear implant had to be surgically replaced.
When will this end? Will it ever end?
For Isaiah, it did. He switched schools, and his first day in Stewartville was a new beginning.
One of the first stereotypes about being deaf is that people kind of assume that you're kind of dumb, and I always strive to prove people wrong about that.
Isaiah has excelled academically, taking honors classes and pre-college courses.
What's anything else you want me to do?
He's also very involved in school as president of Key Club, vice president of Student Council, and a member of the National Honor Society and editor of the yearbook, believing his attitude in life is what makes it.
Be happy who you are and keep moving in life, and just rely on the support you have and be happy.
Something that will guide him as he plans to pursue forensic science at Luther College or Rochester Institute of Technology in New York next fall. Even with the right attitude, you still need people in your corner, and for Isaiah, they have never failed him.
My father, just everything about him, I want to be like him.
That's all we ever wanted for our children, is to give them every opportunity to do what they wanted to do. In the end, in the end, I'm most proud of what a nice young man he's turned to be.
And every now and then, amid the noise of life, this nice guy turns the sound off.
For me, it's kind of comforting.
But he's thankful that at any time, he can have it back. Just enough to beat his dad in a game of foosball.
All right, I'll serve normal. All right.
We're going to be featuring the rest of our Beat the Odds Scholarship winners every single Monday over the next few weeks. You can also find them online. We're going to be posting their stories on our website after they air here on the news.